I'm Josh.
I'm Banks. Odd places going.
Viral.
Yeah. What are you eating? What are you eating?
My nuts.
Okay.
Nuts. Nuts and
What kind?
chocolate and nuts.
Oh, all right. All right. So Josh, do you have
Yeah.
a schedule that you do every day? Something you do every day? I mean, do you have like a schedule of things you do every single day, or like 5 days a week, or 7 days a week, or every other day, or something like that? Are you on a schedule? There you go.
Yes. I believe in scheduling.
Okay. So are there things that you do every day? I mean,
I have a morning routine.
Okay. All right. All right. So, okay. So the morning routine, make your bed, get up, make your bed, do that, like, stuff like that? Or you do that every morning,
No,
right?
I breathe, drink a certain amount of water, um, stretch, affirmations. So there's a list of things. Yeah.
Okay. So that's every single day you do that. Now, what about like 6 days a week? Do you do something 6 days a week? Or you have a schedule of doing something 6 days a week or 5 days a week?
You know what I do consistently? I schedule. Because every day is different. The only thing consistent is that I do schedule. It's not my actual schedule.
All right. All right. So does that make you stay in the future? Or does that push you into the future by scheduling?
No, actually it helps me stay in the present.
How's that?
If I don't schedule, then I'm thinking about what do I need to do? What's my future? But if it's scheduled on my calendar, I don't have to think about it. It just shows up and I'm there.
Okay. So every other day, do you have something on your schedule that you do every other day?
Probably not not exactly that consistent. No.
Okay.
Do
So
you?
what about weekends? Oh, what?
Weekend?
We'll get
Weekends,
we'll get to me, but let's go to you first. So weekends, do you have something you do on weekends? I mean, like,
other than work out, there's certain days I work out and Saturday mornings is one of them, always.
okay. So if I may ask, how many days do you work out? Like your workouts, and they're different. They fluctuate, correct?
Yeah, 2 to 3 days a week is
All right.
about it.
And that's a scheduled, allotted time. I'm giving myself this much time to get ready to do it, to cool down or, clean up afterwards. Okay, so my question to you is, has your schedule become more regimented during the past 11 months, 10 months, 10/11 months?
It's become less regimented, I would say. I do schedule like I used to, but there's fewer things I have to do. So there's more space. There's more flexibility.
Ooh, nice, nice. However, in that day, you say, I want to get this and this and this done. So I'm gonna, I can put space in between it because I know that there's less that you're doing, less that you have to
Yeah,
do.
correct. But that's a double-edged sword because sometimes knowing that if you don't get something done, you're like, oh, I'll just put it on tomorrow.
Mm.
It does kind of
Oh,
breed procrastination sometimes.
okay, okay. So I had this conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and the conversation was basically, you are so, I don't know if she said committed. You are so scheduled, or you designate time every day for certain things. And I started to think about it, and I look back at what's going on in the past 10, 11 months, and I realized, oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, there are certain things that I've like said, all right, I have this day. How am I going to get everything I want done?
Yeah.
Because about a week ago, I texted her and I said, hey, because I had nothing to go, nowhere to go. I wasn't doing odd places that day. I wasn't doing any of my podcasts. And at about 4:32 that day, boom, I ran out of things to do. and I found myself like texting friends, calling friends, reaching out to friends, more than normal. So I realized that I have scheduled my days with like yourself, time in between where I have more breathing space. And I've added more stuff. However, I stay in one place. So I stay home and do more stuff.
Hmm. So you don't have an overflow list? You don't have like a list of things that like, if I should happen to have time, I'm going to start knocking these off, like almost like a bucket list, but not quite like that final.
Uh,
Maybe it
where
is a bucket list. Maybe it
where,
is.
yeah, where I've come to, and like I said, 10, 11 months, is that, I want to learn Spanish. 6 days a week, I learn Spanish. 6 days a week, I write. I write
Yeah.
a script or something. My thing is always 6 days. I give myself Sunday off. I'm
What are you,
thinking
God?
that's my
That's the only
joke.
other person I know that does that. Is God, right? Busted his ass for 6 days. Take the seventh day off. Is that your model? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, but why not model after God in this regard? God takes it off. Why can't I? Come on.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's the thing I don't understand about like preachers and priests and people who are religious. They have to work on Sundays, or they do work on Sundays.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, I know it is. It is kind of ironic.
But I was just thinking, if you would have like a bucket list of not important things, because important things you're really good at scheduling, it sounds like things you really want to do. But things like, I don't know, maybe you wanted to like to run naked through downtown and like, hey, you know what? It's 4:30. I have nothing else to do today. I'm just gonna knock that one off real quick. It's not that important, but I got the time. Let me just go and have some fun. Like something like that.
No, I never think like that way. I
It's
think,
just an example, man. It's
yeah,
just
yeah, I know. I do. You know what? Here's where I've set myself up. I've set myself up to where I basically do whatever I want to during my day, and I have the structure of, okay, it's time to learn Spanish. Okay, it's time to write. Okay, it's time to play piano. Okay, and I'm not playing piano for like an hour a day. If I mean, I used to do like if I did one note, I practice piano, and now that went up to like one song, and now I'm spending like 8 minutes a day, and I want to do it. It's not that I'm, oh God, I'm obligated. I got to do it. I got to write. I want to write. And if I just give myself that time, boom, I can knock out. And then all of a sudden I've got a scene, or I've got a paragraph or something.
I've heard 8 to 10 minutes a day on anything. Within about 322 years, you'll be a master. I think that's it's amazing. Like
it's the 10,000 hours, 10,000 hours that you have to spend on something.
Oh, that's right. The 10,000 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do it. What am I doing? I always wanted to learn piano. I'm going to learn piano. I'm learning piano. I'm to the point now. Here's where I am. I'm to the point where I enjoy playing piano. It used to be like arduous and like, oh God, I don't understand this. Why do I do this? What am I doing? Now it's just like, okay, I'm finishing my juggling. I juggle 6 days a week too. So finish the juggling, go right to the piano, and like I get into like 7 or 8 songs. I try a new one. When I try the new one, it's terrible. I'm like, cussing at the sheet music and put it away. And I'm like, I can do it tomorrow. But I cussed at all of the songs I cussed at. I'm like, why can't I do Jingle Bells? I've got
Jingle Bells. Even I could do Jingle Bells, and I don't even know how to play piano. Not to make you feel bad, but that's a standard. You gotta have a standard.
Two-handed Jingle.
No, I can't.
Two-handed Jingle Bells.
I can't do two-handed anything. I don't think. That's how terrible. That's how uncoordinated I am.
You're ambidextrous? Oh, you're not. You're not ambidextrous.
No, I'm not. I'm a lefty. Yeah.
Wow. I just heard. In fact, I speak to Alexa quite often. In fact, I think I speak to her more than I speak to you. I turned her off during this. I don't want her interrupting me.
Now, really? Is that what you feel about her? She'd be an interruption?
I don't want her interrupting me, one. And two, I need my alone time. That was sarcasm. That was totally sarcasm. That's second cup of coffee sarcasm. Yeah. And I don't want, I don't want her, well, I just don't want to have her interrupt me. Like my phone, I turn my phone off.
She's like a wife already. I mean, you pretty much already married her. I don't want her interrupting me. I don't want her around. I need my alone time. Like literally, you just got married already. That's impressive.
Yeah, I think she and I. Well, yeah. I mean, and I have Hey Google too. I turn off Hey Google also. When those two start fighting,
Yeah.
then it's time to get out. By the way, I'm Banks.
And I am Josh.
Odd places going.
My role.
There we go.